2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Ooh, that almost went down. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Ouch, that hurts. And unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot to begin the day.
Just the thing they didn't want to have happen. An opening bogey. Hopefully that does not set the tone for the rest of the day. The tempo there was exquisite.
Going for this green in two, Rich. It's an exciting but daunting task.
The green is minuscule from back in the fairway. You know that you have a little bit room over to the left, but you're going to fall off into a low area. And if you miss it out to the right, you're going to find a very deep bunker on the right-hand side of the green. There's really no great miss around here, but if you're going to go for it, you have to know that your short game is going to bail you out no matter where you miss it.
Ooh. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it.
Yep, tracking nicely.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the third.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Looking good so far.
Some momentum being built now. That's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Oh, that's a beauty. Great shot from the bunker. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take out a fairway wood, find the fairway, and from there you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left, and all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent look for birdie.
And he's hit that inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
This putt for a spot in the top 5. And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. Just 2 shots back after that hole. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole, this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
but not a bad approach. He'll be putting. 14 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. And well holed. Let's move on. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The tee shot at the par 4-6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Penny, how bad is this lie?
Yeah, this is setting up nicely. It's not going to cause any troubles.
That should set up another chance. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, magical shot out of the bunker, that one. Let's return to live play now. A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. That's disappointing. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. And he finds himself in a tie for 3rd. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have. It's just not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here one time, so that shows you how simple this hole can be.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Okay, steady now. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Currently 1 under for the round.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of this green is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
They're nicely played. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Go to your home, ball. Go to your home. And he'll be proud of that one. Good way to bounce back from the bogey at the last. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a 3-shotter. Just find the fairway out to the left, second shot out to the right, sets up a very simple 3rd shot to a very narrow green. Miss it right or left, good luck getting it up and down.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
A couple under at this stage, tied for fourth. Playing their fourth shot. He's 2 shots back. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
2 strokes off the lead with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to need to put something special together.
Oh, look at that. You don't want that ball back.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
A bit short with that effort.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And this putt coming up for his par. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Now just 1 over par. Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
And this is why you got to keep your foot on the gas at all times. These guys and girls are good.
Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Just didn't drop. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this playing, some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. That was a beauty. Here's a putt to move into a share of top spot on the leaderboard.
And with only 4 holes to go in this event, Luke, this is a good opportunity, big moment for this player.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, so close. No, that's too bad. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Just couldn't quite get it to drop.
And the putt drops now at 3 under, heading down the stretch.
Really going to have to dig deep here if they want to win this title.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 5th.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left. Start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Oh, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
It was on a good line. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first.
You could use it with only 2 holes remaining.
And after that hole, they're currently in a tie for the lead with Bubba Watson.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
This for a birdie run.
That's frustrating. 4 feet to the cup. They're nicely holed. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently 4 under for the round. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole, probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
Well, moments don't get much. Well, I didn't see it coming, Rich, but this one's going to a playoff. Here we go, Rich. It's time for a playoff, and we'll be using the aggregate format for this one.
Luke, in playoffs, anything can happen, my friend. Let's sit back and watch.
Well, this is like the finish to a NASCAR race, Rich. We're 4 wide. This is still anyone's game.
Get your pedal to the metal and stay on it until you cross that finish line.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely take dead aim.
Not a good time for an errant approach. Missing the green in a playoff puts pressure on the short game.
Well, this should affect the ball flight.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down?
Hopefully this punt drops. This hole will set them back a bit, but there's still time to recover. And now on to the next hole of this playoff.
On the tee of a par 3.
Well, this player had a par earlier on this hole in regulation, Luke. Not too sure that's going to be good enough in this playoff.
You're going to put your foot down. This is as good a time as any. That's some good golf right there.
You can sense an opportunity here.
I really hope this one drops for him.
Ouch, that hurts.
It's apparent this player will be falling further behind when this putt drops.
Now on the tee of a long par 4. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. That should find the fairway. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Going with the 7. That's a good-looking shot there.
And if this putt drops, we'll have another tie, and we'll go into a sudden death playoff.
Ooh, crushing, isn't it?
And with that, this player will have to deal with the agony of defeat. Just didn't quite have enough to win this playoff.
Well, Rich, they're certainly not going to be happy with that playoff result.
No, they're not. They seemingly had it all together in regulation, but during the aggregate, not so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Oh, I love this person's confidence and courage. Driver off the deck here. Might get caught up in the brush here. Oh dear. Can he get out of here?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Oh, that was a beauty. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. And gets that putt to drop. Gutsy effort.
That a way to grind it out in the bunker, but up and down for the birdie. Nicely done.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Second shot on the second.
Wow, did this come out beautifully?
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Oh, how about that one?
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
He's currently just in second place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing. The harmony on that swing was awesome.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
He's got, I'd say a solid 145 here.
Going with the pitching wedge here. That's out to the right for sure. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Shame it didn't drop. Putting for a par now. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently in third place.
Getting ready to play their third. It's time to check on the leaderboard. Currently a couple under for the event. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par three, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par three.
That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Oh, that is simply brilliant. What a shot.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And down it goes. And that will take him to 3 under. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction.
keep it going. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Bit disappointing, that one. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
That was a gallant attempt. And that should secure the par on this one. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this one is for his par. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
This looks good. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee at par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
From around 120 yards here, only 1 shot off the pace. And choosing the 8-iron here. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
Seven feet to the cup. It's on a good line. Well done. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Just one off the lead after that hole. The back nine at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging and will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
Going with the 8-iron here. Needs this to kick a bit left. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Just didn't drop. A par putt on the table. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And back to the play, shall we? And here we are with the third shot.
Just 2 shots behind.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. His putt was about 8 feet.
Not a bad line, this. That's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And that will take him to 5 under. He's currently sitting in second. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
And from around 135 yards.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's nicely done. Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't mind the look of this. Currently at -5 now for the day. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
That was a great shot at the right time.
Gotta say, I can't see them not making birdie here, Luke.
And this putt to move into a tie for first place. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And that will take him to 6 under. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
That ball looked a little thirsty. Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
An opportunity to make a par here. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
This would be a great up and down. That silky touch from around the greens. A lovely shot to chip in.
Oh, gotta love it. Chipping in for birdie. Nothing better.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees and all sorts of trouble.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Handy effort, that one. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Looked good for a while, but unable to drop, just inches away.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot. Plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Opting for the 3-wood. This is the all-important stretch. Time to make your move. Great shot.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh, so close.
And that should secure the par on this one.
One of the good guys out there, Luke. I am hoping for this one to fall.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, that's one job complete, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force a playoff.
And there it is, Rich. We're going to extra holes now.
Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Oh, everybody loves a playoff, Luke. I'm excited about this.
This will be intense, Rich. So much pressure, and these players won't be stopping until one of them wins the hole. Buckle up.
Oh, such an exciting day, Luke. Let's get into it.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Second shot here on the 18th hole. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt. Be the ball down. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just, this player was just amazing all week long.
Well, there's a moment you love to see every week on tour.
And it only took one hole for this player to get the win. Luke, great job.
Well, thank you, sports fans. Hope you enjoyed all the coverage of our playoff finale. And from myself and all the dedicated people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.
.2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our featured group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
Well, it looks like this player is aiming to beat Lexi Thompson, which very few people can boast. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30-40 years, it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry, because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side. A tiny target for sure with the second shots.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
And coming up well short.
Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
He finds himself in a share of 10th place. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
That was wonderfully done. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here, but TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Justin Thomas currently on top of things as it stands. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green is perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry, that shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Oh, that's frustrating. Just 3 feet to the cup. Nicely holed and for par. Currently 1 under for the day. The fourth is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Oh, absolutely flushed. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
They've chosen to club down on this one.
That dog will hunt.
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
surely it's going to.
A par putt awaits. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's one stroke behind her rival in this event.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Nicely done. Second shot here on the 5th. Oh, well played. That'll help make a big move.
Ooh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. Straight in the hole.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Was on a good line.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
Henny, how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. This one might need to sit. Oh. Yeah, that's some golf, particularly from that terrain. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Well, a good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. Ouch, that hurts. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. He's currently in a share of top spot. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
This is Lexi Thompson.
Okay, time to return to the action. This putt coming up is for birdie. It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it?
Checking in on the leaderboard, this player is currently tied for first with Lydia Ko.
Great rhythm on that swing. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
From about 100 yards.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
Time now for the fourth shot. He's currently tied for the lead. Time for the fifth shot. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She got one back on that last hole.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Okay, steady now. And this next putt here is for a double bogey. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. The closing hole on this front nine at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Taking aim from around 190 yards here. Just a couple back from our leader. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, that was left all the way off the club. Getting ready to play their third. He's 2 shots back. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. That was a gallant attempt. And this next putt, it's for bogey. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Okay, let's get those 2 important things back, timing and tempo. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Straight downwind, tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
Well, would have been nice to get the birdie, but a par never hurts. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
That's tidy. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 25 feet from the cup. This is what they have left for birdie here.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt. And here we are with their 4th. 3 strokes off the lead. Big time play, that one, at the right time too.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by two of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Big putt for par coming up. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. 13's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short, and those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Ooh, right by the hole. Putting now for a bogey. Currently at +1 for the day.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
And here we are with the third shot. Well played, mate. Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 3 feet to go here to the hole. And that puddle drop. Well done. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Just hoping for an outcome now. Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
And he needs this to save par.
Oh, so close. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Yeah, you'll take that. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the center bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing. And that's how you roll the rock.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently 1 stroke better than her rival and playing partner today.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
Ooh, that almost went down. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Wow, Rich, that's impressive.
Absolutely sets himself up for an eagle on this hole.
That's frustrating.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
This putt to get even with Lexi.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Interesting choice of the driver here.
Oh, well played. Getting ready to play their third. Playing their 4th shot. Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. Just didn't drop. You'll shoot 73 here if you can hold this. Ouch, that hurts. It's just about 3 feet away.
And that'll bring an end to today's proceedings.
Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
I'm very impressed with how this player battled, trying to get that back-to-back win, coming up a little bit shy, nothing to hang your head about.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
All right, Rich, your thoughts?
In their last matchup, Luke, it was Lexi who was the sharper of the two, so let's see how things pan out today.
No, filled with talent is Lexi Thompson. This is going to be a tight tussle. I can't wait to see how this one plays out. Okay, steady now. 16 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his part.
Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat-out choke.
Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walked the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens. Make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
Not a bad play, that one. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole. Ooh. Putting for par. Looking really good, this one. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been a little up and down, but she's just one stroke back from her rival.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Love the long holes. Welcome to the par 5.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues of this player not making it to the Tour Championship. I'd safe to say they're going to go ahead and move on.
Wonderfully played. And here we are with the third shot. Only 2 shots off the pace. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Has to put this one downhill.
This is on a great line.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. I will take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot. And with that now, back to level par. Here we are at the 5th hole.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
He's found the surface. Good chance here. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
One stroke behind her rival this week.
Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. Let's get back to it, shall we? Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard.
right by the hole.
Putting for a par here.
Job done. Let's head to the next. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, which all the way back there at the tips.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left, but if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more difficult to get it close.
Getting ready to play their third. Just 2 shots behind.
How close was that to going down? Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Looking good.
Oh, that's a clutch par. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's 1 stroke behind her rival in this event.
Here's Lexi Thompson. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. Deep into the front 9, here we are at the 7th hole. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
It's looking solid.
Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Well, there's no doubt they'd have some positive vibes coming off that birdie. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game as it being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Playing this shot from the sand. That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. Trying to get back to even par with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been a little up and down, but she's just 1 stroke back from her rival.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. He's currently tied for 10th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Lining up from around 160 yards. Currently 4 shots off the pace.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
They're going to need binoculars from back here to even see the hole.
Oh, this looks pure. And gets that putt of distance to go. And that will take him to 1 under. That shot's so good, we need to have another look.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. This player's dialed in. What a shot. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th. 8 feet to the cup. A good stroke. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Ricky Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. Playing from around 230 yards. 3 shots off the lead. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking it on this par 5 and 2.
Well, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. That's disappointing. And this putt to move into 2nd spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. After that hole, they sit in 2nd place, behind the leader, Will Zalatoris.
Well now, things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Sitting at -3, tied for 2nd place. Opting for the hybrid, I think. That got a little out of control, I think.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
Well, that's a handy shot. 6 feet remaining to the cup.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
A bit long on that one. And there it is. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. Golf is a game of confidence, and I like it. Taking the big dog off the tee.
Hopefully that double bogey in the last isn't scarring them for life.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. Sitting at 1 under the card. Currently tied for 8th place. Lovely effort that. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 strokes off the lead.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 2 under.
And it's Will Zalatoris in top spot.
And they be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. You like that, didn't you? Time for the 2nd shot at the 15th. Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
And this putt is to move into the top 5. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Oh, what a great stroke. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for bogey. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Club up. I like this play.
Outstanding shot. High quality.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
This putt is of 9 feet. Oh, just missed. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. It's tracking. It was on a good line.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
Yeah, that's hold, but they seem to be losing a bit of their momentum.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And that ensures that he's back to even par now. Teeing off now on a short par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it.
Pretty good shot there.
Time for the 2nd shot at the 17th. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Ooh, nice line. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done.
And a very familiar sight. Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
And Rich, after the first 17 have tested the plan, they find themselves on yet one more examination with this last hole.
I love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want.
There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Didn't that look good for a long time? This putt is for a score of 72. Oh, so close. This next putt is for bogey. That signs off on this player's performance for the day. Not a bad week, Rich. What did you think of it?
Oh, nothing to sneeze about on the PGA Tour, finishing top 20. Just means your game is in good shape, but not in great shape.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.